Everyone, welcome back to Ingenious TechHub channel. So in this video, I will discuss Infosys interview question and answer for automation test engineer, 3 to 8 year of experience. This is the technical round one and part two. So part one video I have already uploaded. So if you miss those video, please watch. Okay. So we'll move in the next question. So next question they have asked, which design pattern did you implement in your framework and why? So we have a many design pattern, okay, while doing the implementation of the framework. So yes, I have implemented several design pattern in automation framework to ensure why we use this reusability, scalability, and maintainability. These are the keys one. So first is your page object model. Okay. So what it is? A design pattern that create a separate classes for each application page, encapsulation, locators, and page actions. Why I use it? Avoid the duplication of locators and methods. Okay. Make test script cleaner and readable. If UI changes, I only update the corresponding pages class instead of all the test script. So page object, we have a pure Java class. So we application is the layer of pages. So every pages we will create a one class. We will store elements in the one class for the specific page for a specific classes. So if any changes will come in the future, so what will happen? It is easy to maintain. Just we can change the locator. Other implementation you should not touch. Okay. So that is what we have a page object. And here we have also another concept that is called page factory. Using the page factory, we can also implement the page object. For page object implementation, we have a different way. Okay. So what it is? An extension of POM that use at the rate find by, you can uh, create a page object in the different way, but this is the another way using the page factory. Okay, annotation of lazy initialization of web element. Why it is use it? Improve the readability and reduce the boiler plate code. Selenium loads element only when they they are needed, means performance boost. The next design pattern is we have a singleton design pattern. Why we implemented in our framework for the WebDriver instance. What it is? So ensure only one instance of the WebDriver exists throughout the test execution. So we make this driver as a static, means if we have a multiple driver type, then we will get the null pointer exception. So that's why we use singleton pattern, prevent the creation of multiple driver instance accidentally. Reduce resource consumption, make test execution stable, especially in parallel run. So page factory design pattern for browser and driver management. What it is? A creation um, pattern used to create a WebDriver instance. So when use the multiple browser, so we can make the you know um, one of the library or can say methods to handle this all this Chrome browser, Firefox, and Edge dynamically based on the configuration. Why I use it? Make the uh, framework browser independent. Switching browser isn't simple or updating a configuration properties. Now the next design pattern, a strategy pattern, or I can say guys, these are the like how to handle the weight, how to perform the data provider, means when we use the data provider concept or retry logic. Okay, so bet what it is? Define the family of algorithm, means what the algorithm I can say helper class or utility what we are creating. Let's the framework choose which one is to use at a runtime. Why I use it. Example, different weight strategy like explicit, fluent weight, and custom retrieve. Multiple data resources like we have a Excel, JSON, DB, so I can plug in where it is required. Actually, these are the core part of the framework. Okay, so we can do the implementation how our application it is. Okay, so you can see if you have a more dynamic data, I'm directly fetching the data from the DB and we will compare it. Okay, and static data, Excel sheet and JSON, we can use it. Okay, so next question is explain the difference between comparable and comparator in Java. So what is comparable? So comparable is available in java.lang package. Okay. Basically, these comparable and comparator we use for the sorting, for the sorting. Okay. So this comparable is available in java.lang package and comparator is available in java.util package. In comparable, we have a compare to method, but comparator we have a compare method. It's a default natural sorting order. Okay, but here comparator, so only one sorting order here we have, but here we have a custom sorting order. So as per the requirement, we can implement a sorting logic. Only one sorting logic is possible because this is the default one, but here we can define multiple because this is the custom sorting logic. So if you will want to write the code, you can just check in the Google and ChatGPT as well. And in which scenario do you use finally block in exception handling? So guys, finally block, which is the part of exception handling in Java. So when finally block will execute, no, sorry, finally block means it will execute always. Okay. So some of the scenario where we have to forcefully, even your test case is passed or failed, those logic must be executed. So that's why we use the finally block. We use the finally block when you want to ensure that some code always run irrespective of whether an exception occurs. It mainly used for cleanup activity like closing the files, database connection, or releasing sources, resources. For example, after reading a file, we put the close the file operation in the finally block so that it execute even if an exception is thrown in the try block. So this is the one example just I have given. Suppose your test is passed or fail and we have to quit the browser. Okay, so we can also implement, so simply it will execute always. So some of the in the test we have to perform the action whether your test case is passed or failed, then from there we can use finally block. Okay, next question is what is the concept of three amigos in agile? The three amigos in agile refer the collaboration between business development and testing. So before development start, these three perspective to discuss each user story to clarify the requirement, identify the edge cases, and agree on acceptance criteria. This help to prevent misunderstanding, reduce rework, and ensure the quality. For example, the product owner define the business need, dev explain the implementation, and QA resource. Uh, QA ensure the test coverage is considered upfront. Okay, so I have covered the part. Technical round part 1 and I have made the two video. Okay, part 1 and part 2. We have a many question in the technical round 2. So in coming session we will means we will upload those videos as well. So guys, if you are new in the channel, please subscribe and press bell icon. See you in the next video. Bye bye.